Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss theorem number second of your chapter continuity and differentiability. So the theorem goes like this. For any positive integer n, limiting value x tending to a, for the function x raised power n minus 1, x raised power n minus a raised power n divided by x minus a. Its limiting value as x tends to a is equal to n a raised power n minus 1. So this result is true for any even n where n is any positive integer and a is positive. I can highlight it here. This remark: the expression in the above theorem for the limit is true even if n is any rational number also. Okay, and a is any positive number. So in order to prove this result, what we will do, we have here proof. We will divide this x raised power n minus a raised power n by x minus a, and we see that x raised power n minus a raised power n, if we will divide it and we can take it on the right hand side, this is equal to x minus a into x raised power n minus 1 plus x raised power n minus 2a plus x raised power n minus 3 a square dash and up the last term, that's a raised power n minus 1. This is very simple, and you know this is the identity, and this can be proved with the help of your binomial theorem. So we will take limit on both sides. So taking limit on both sides and dividing this x minus a to the left hand side. So we get here x raised power n minus a raised power n divided by x minus a with this limiting value as x tending to a. This is equal to this right hand side as x tends to a. Okay. In the left hand side, it's as such. That's we are supposed to prove. And on the right hand side, we will evaluate this, because on the right hand side, there's no indeterminate form. There's no question of any problem in the giving the limit as x tends to a. For if there would have been like any problem, then we would have first solved that by using some techniques. Okay. So on the right hand side, if we will put x tending to a, so it will be a raised power n minus 1, it will be a raised power n minus 2, it will be a square, a raised power n minus 3, dash, and it goes to a raised power n minus 1. So if we will evaluate all these terms, we will see that it's a raised power n minus 1. Next term is a raised power n minus 2. So it will be also a raised power n minus 1. And it goes up to the last term. So these are actually the n terms. So if we will add all these terms, these are n in number. So this will be equal to n a raised power n minus 1. Is it okay? So we have proved that limiting value as x tending to a, x raised power n minus a raised power n, that's equal to n a raised power n minus 1. This theorem is very important, and it's used in most of the questions of the limits. So you have to go through this, and you have to understand the concept involved here in this theorem. It's very simple. It's not any hard task. So on the basis of this theorem, we will be solving some questions. Let's see here, example number 3. Let's see here, part number first of the example number 3. It's a limiting value extending to 1. X raised power 15 minus 1 divided by x raised power 10 minus 1. For example, we want to solve this question. It's very easy, and we have to actually put this question in the frame of the above reference in the frame of the above theorem. So what to do for that? It's very easy. Like you see here in this theorem, it's limiting value x raised power n minus a raised power n divided by x minus a. So it is x and a. In the term, we should have in the division x minus a. For example, if it is here x raised power 15 minus 1, here should have been a raised power 15, 1 raised power 15, you know, that's equal to 1. That's no problem. But in the division, we should have x minus 1. Okay. And in the division, we have here x raised power 10 minus 1. We will take it separate. Okay. And then we will also make it like this, like above, like the left hand side of the above theorem. So we will put the question in this way. It's limiting value extending to 1, x raised power 15 minus 1 divided by x raised power 10 minus 1. This is equal to limiting value extending to 1, x raised power 15 minus 1 divided by, we are dividing it here, x minus 1 and it is divided by, this is actual divide that was given in the question. So it is x raised power 10 minus 1. And in the division, we are again using x minus 1. You see, this is actually the left hand side. We have simply divided it by x minus 1 to this and this term. If you will simplify this x minus 1 and this x minus 1 will cancel out, and we will be left out with the left hand side. Okay. Now, you know, from the algebra of limits, limit of quotient is quotient of their limits. So we will give limit to this numerator and denominator separately. If we will give numerator this limit separately and denominator separately, and we will be using the above theorem, it will be limiting value extending to a, x raised power n minus a raised power n divided by x minus a. So it will be 15 into a raised power 15 minus 1, that is 14. It will be here n a raised power n minus n a raised power n minus 1. So that is n is 10, a is 1, raised power 10 minus 1 is 9. So we are left with 10 into 1, that's 10. Here we are left with 15 into 1, that's 15. So the final answer is 15 divided by 10. So that's equal to 3 by 2. Okay. Similarly, we have here a question next. That's part number 2 of this example. We see it like this. The question is like this. It's inside the root, limiting value extending to 0, 1 plus x inside the root minus 1 divided by x. So how to solve this? The concept is same as in above question, but we have to tactfully solve this. We have to put it in like in the above theorem. So what to do for that? We will put y is equal to 1 plus x. We will use here the substitution. Y is equal to 1 plus x. As y tends to 1, x tends to 0. Okay. Limiting value extends to 0 and root of 1 plus x minus 1 divided by x. That will be equal to limiting value y tending to 1 under root of y minus 1. So this will be equal to y raised power 1 by 2. And this will be 1 can be written as 1 raised power 1 by 2. So we have this question like that given in the above theorem. So this is limiting value x raised power n minus a raised power n divided by x minus a. Okay. So here n is 1 by 2. I would like to once again highlight it here that n is any positive number, not necessarily an integer. So this result is actually used for all positive numbers. So although it is a fraction, it's 1 by 2. So we can write it here 1 by 2 into 1 raised power 1 by 2 minus 1. So it will be 1 by 2 into 1 raised power minus 1 by 2. 1 raised power minus 1 by 2 is once again 1. So it is 1 by 2. So answer is 1 by 2. Okay. So we will go to the exercise here, exercise number 13.1, and we will see some questions here that are based on this theorem. You see here, it is, for example, it is here question number 6. We can put it here, x plus 1 equal to y. Then we can use the above result on the same lines as an example number, part number 2 of the above example. And here we'll make first some simplifications, and after that we'll use the result. And just like here, question number 10, it's also based on the same lines. Okay, we will divide here by z minus 1 and here z minus 1, and we will get the answer. And here are so many questions based on this theorem. I hope that you can solve these questions. If you have any query, you are welcome to ask your queries. Thank you for joining the class. Thank you once again.